Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My fellow sports degenerates, how are we doing today? Welcome back. I'm your host, Will, to the Sports Morning Espresso Shot. Sit back, relax, enjoy your delicious 1775 coffee. I know I am. And relax while I read off what's on the menu today. A lot of action going on in the sport. The NBA playoffs might have saved the NBA this season. Craziness. We have another first round. This is the first time in NBA history all four road teams, all four road underdogs won outright in the game one of the second round. How about that? How about that? Plus, we have buzzer beaters left, right, and center. Teams collapsing. Less than a minute left. They're up 7. No lead is safe. You're betting on Kalshi. You're cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. We'll talk about that. Baseball was fun yesterday. I took steps. Steps sent me the top 30 players to hit a home run yesterday. I put $20 on each of them. We'll see how that. I'll tell you the results of that and how that turned out yesterday. Woo, baby, that was a sweat. NHL playoffs. We have a little update there. VGK losing for the first time at home in the playoffs with having at least a 2-goal lead. Sorry, Blue. That's not the first times you want to hear about. And then at 5:30 a.m., we got to talk a little highlight. And guess what? We're going to have Ben from the Renegades in here and Jedden from the Fireballs. Yeah, it's going to be spicy. It's going to be spicy. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. But first, let's say hello to everyone here. Blue's in the house. What up, Blue? I know. Listen, I've been up. I've been on time. I rehydrated this morning, got the coffee made. I was going to start on time, but I had to make a decision. You know, coffee was hitting me, and I'm like, do I go now or do I risk it? So, took care of business. So now I won't be interrupted in the show, So we just had to start a little later than normal, but remember, always on time. This is the most professional on-time non-clickbait sports show on the internet. Never forget that. Grass Guy's here. Good morning. Leslie's in the house. Good morning. Good morning. Mont's here. Good morning, Mont. B. McCormick's in the house. Grandma's pancake breakfast. Ooh, that sounds good. B. McCormick said he ordered his Baltimore Ravens Justin Tugger jersey as well. I'm excited for mine. My hats shipped yesterday. That was pretty quick. I was like, wow, okay. Hats are coming. Yeah, we got, dude, there's so much to get into. I don't even know where to. Let's start with the breaking news that just happened, actually. Let's start with the breaking. I was going to, because I set this live stream up before, any of the games had happened yesterday. So I thought we were going to be talking about, some of the bet Gala and how the videos and stuff are coming out. But, no, look at this. We have breaking news out of the NFL. Finally, some breaking news happens while we're live early this morning. But Steelers dishing out George Pickens. We won't get to see the DK Metcalf, George Pickens best teammates ever experiment. I guess you could call it. We won't get to see that experiment. Everyone was wondering how practices were going to go. They don't have to worry anymore because George Pickens is being sent to the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys making moves. Jerry told you guys. Jerry said he's got a big trade in the works. It may happen on draft day. It may happen after the draft. He got it done. Jerry delivered. Now, we don't have full compensation. I'm seeing just now that it looks like it's for a third-round pick and then a pick swap in some later rounds. So, comes at a price. But remember, his salary for this year is a 1-year, like $3 million deal. So, it doesn't hurt you this year. Obviously, he's going to want a contract extension if you want to keep him around. The guys at that do the cap stuff are projecting him around $25 million a year. If I'm the Cowboys, I'd probably just try to pay him now. But Cowboys have their own cap issues, and maybe they let him go out and prove it, and that's usually what Jerry does anyways. Oh, why don't you go prove it, and then I'll pay you for past performances. Just dumb. Because if he goes out and balls out this year, that $25 million is going to be $30 million because everyone's getting. You got wide receivers making $40 million a year, so it's risky. It's risky, but the Cowboys looks like they're gearing up. Is this finally the year? Is this finally the year that Patriots going to be happy with his Cowboys at least? Blue says Knicks team total under. Absolutely. System play, baby. System play. Knicks team total under. Can we use the system play in the playoffs? Absolutely, you can. Absolutely. You can even use it in the first. Like if the Celtics come out and have a terrible first half, you can use the system play in the second half. Absolutely. If they're home. Patriots here. Patriot, what do you think of the news? What do you think of the news, buddy? George Pickens coming to Dallas, the savior. It's 100.5. Yeah, I would go under that. We'll talk about some of those NBA games. I am not worried at all about, we've seen nothing but upsets. There's first 5 games of the second round have been the underdogs won. I'm not worried about the Celtics in this spot. A lot of people aren't worried about the Thunder, but I would be. I think I'd be a little worried about the Thunder. I think I would. We'll talk about Steph Curry calling a hamstring injury. Interesting. But let's go. We'll start with the NBA. Last night was insane. The Pacers and the Cavaliers. The Cavs. This is a master class of just epic failure. Not one, but 2 games in a row. You let them come into your home court and whoop your ass. You had 2 games in a row. You had a 7-point lead with 7 seconds left. Not 7, sorry. 7-point lead with less than a minute left. And you lose both games? Prior to this, teams were 0 for like 360 with, down 7. Less than a minute left in a playoff game. Pacers are now 2-0 this season. That's wild. That is wild. Donovan Mitchell did everything he could, 48 points. He balled out, but he didn't do enough. This is coaching. That's coaching. Listen, if you're up 7 and you lose the game and it's under a minute less, or if you're up 7, under a minute left, and you end up losing the game, that's on you. That's coaching. That is coaching. But man, was it a play. Let's see if I can find it for you. It was wild. Just missing, just missing free throws, getting your own rebound off a missed free throw, dribbling through the defenders, and then hitting a clutch 3. Halliburton. Ice in his veins, baby. Ice in his veins. Check this play out. It's right here. Check this out. Carlisle's going to let him play. Halliburton. Look at that. Look at that move. First of all, they didn't call timeout. They had timeout. They could have called timeout. Carlisle said, you know what? I'm going to let my best player do this. 3.1 seconds left. Look, just insane. Burton steps back. Also, I hate X's video. Let's see if I can get to work better. Because it looks like shit. Play. Halliburton steps back. Drills it. It looks terrible. And then in a few seconds, it will clear up, but I don't know why. X is always the worst at this stuff. But yeah, Tyrese Halliburton. Huge comeback for the Pacers there. I had a Kalshi bet on him. Had I not cashed out of it for a profit, I won money off of it, so I'm fine either way. But they had I not done it, it would have been a really, really nice day, but that would have been foolish to hang on to that ticket. Once I got back in the green, I'm like, okay, I'm out. I'm out. Take my little bit of profit. I'm gone. At least it's being a Cleveland fan ain't for the week. That's right. That's absolutely right. Oh boy. But yeah, Halliburton. He called game on the Cavs. They got it done. They are up 2-0 in that series. It might be time to panic. I wonder what the odds are on them. Let me see. I'll go over to Kalshi. Oh boy. Speaking of Kalshi, I had myself a day yesterday. Let's see. I still think that's good value. Indiana's only 64 cents right now. They're up 2-0 and they're going home. You got to think they at least take one of the home games. And then from there, you just need to win 1 out of 3. I think they got a good shot at doing that. Personally. I might make that bet today. Dude, we had a fun day yesterday in Kalshi. This San Francisco-Chicago game. Speaking of the San Francisco-Chicago game, I know we're in the NBA right now, but this was funny. I saw this morning. I took the Cubbies, and I kept buying down and then the Cubbies came back and tied it in the 9th, and they had a chance to win it. I cashed out there for a nice chunk of change, a nice profit, and the Cubs had the winning run on third with only 1 out. The bottom of the 9th. They did not get it done. They did not get that run in. We go to extras, and no one scores anything in the 10th. And then they give up 9 runs in the top of the 11th. That's just insane. They lose by 9 when it was tied in the 9th. Oh, that's crazy. That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Look at this though. Kalshi actually I noticed this morning they have an update. So now you can see like normally you could just see the paid out, but you couldn't see like what you actually put in. So like last night, the Warriors were up like 15 with like 5 minutes left. I'm like, that is money on the floor. I put way too much on it, but I was like, that's money on the floor. I'll take it. And it was. So that was just free money on the floor right there. Almost what? $142 right there, free. I took them at 92 cents. Or you can see like this. Cleveland in game 1 when they were down had 11%. I got them at 11%. They I took them when it was 6-2 and they ended up going up 8-6 the next inning after I took them. But I cashed out when it was tied 6-6. Could have hung on for a little bit more, but I said nope, thank you. We're done. But beforehand, if you notice, it would do this and you couldn't really see the other stuff. It just showed you what you were paid out and show it what it costs, what odds you got at it, whatever. So I do like the update they seem to have. Or maybe I just figured out how to do it right. I don't know, but I'm telling you guys, Kalshi's where it's at. Kalshi betting is where it's at. Then we got the Warriors Timberwolves last night. Warriors, like I said, first time in NBA history that the road teams all won for game 1. Don't even forget this one. Forget game 2 here, this series. Game 1 of the second round, the road team all won. It's crazy. I think that's just a testament to today's NBA. These teams are pretty analytically driven. There's a lot of more threes being taken. You've got more experienced team versus the younger teams. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird, but also, I mean, the Timberwolves just played like ass. They're leading after the first quarter, and it was 20 to 18. So not impressive by either team there. And then the second quarter, the Warriors start the quarter off with a 15-0 run. They ended up winning 26-11. So the Timberwolves only put up 11 points second quarter, only put up 31 in the first half. You're not going to win playoff games like that. Anthony Edwards ended the game with 23 points, 14 rebounds, 3 steals. Anthony Edwards played like dog shit in the first half. I had this dude to get over 30 points. He put up 0. He was like 0 for 11 in the first half. Embarrassing. This is his perfect, and he can still do it. There's one game sample, but this was his opportunity to, he just knocked off the Lakers. Now he's got a home playoff series against the Warriors. He can knock them off. This is his chance to step up and take that next leap, take that next jump. That did not happen. That did not happen last night. Ugh. And then the bigger news is Steph only played 13 minutes because he left the game, and I thought for sure the Warriors were toast. I thought they were toast after Steph left. But old Buddy Hield and Jimmy Butler and Draymond held it down. Jimmy Butler really stepped up, controlled the game. Hit a couple big threes, which he normally doesn't do, but he had to do. As you see, the Warriors put up 36 in that third quarter. Jimmy Butler, 20 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists. You could tell that it was just the Warriors were the more experienced team, the better coached team, and it showed. It showed, especially with their superstar going down. Now, I don't know what that's going to mean for the Warriors going forward. I don't know how I feel about them in the series. Definitely don't like them at all without Steph, even if he comes back, but he's not 100%. Remember, he's an old man now, old man Steph. I don't think the Warriors have a chance of getting to the finals. I didn't really give them a chance before that, definitely not without Steph there, but it was impressive seeing all the other guys step up, and it's shown that Jimmy Butler trade was a really good trade this season because they don't win that game if they don't got another guy that's been there and done it. We've seen Jimmy Butler with less talent around him carry a squad to the finals, right? So he's been there. He's done that. But, yeah, Warriors 99, Timberwolves 88 win. Steph Curry's got an MRI scheduled this morning for his hamstring, they're saying. Seems kind of weird, like a strained hamstring. I don't know, but it does not sound good. If he was unable to come back last night, you got to think he's not going to be there for game 2 or more. Pedro said, did everyone pick up money on the floor? I picked up so much money on the floor yesterday, man. I won too many bets yesterday. I won way too much money yesterday. I mean, on Kalshi alone, I won way too much. I'm afraid to do it again today. No, I'm not. Let's be honest. No, I'm not. Cleveland plays that great during the regular season and plays like garbage in the playoffs. They deserve to lose. Everything that Cleveland did in the regular season was showing, like, historically was showing signs of like everything that they did, because what they did was amazing. There's no team had not made the finals. So they kept telling, like, all season long, kept seeing these stats about teams that do this, which is what Cleveland was doing, have always made the finals. Don't always win the finals, but at least make the finals. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, they're gonna have the 1 seed, and I wasn't buying into them yet. I'm glad I didn't really dive in and buy into them. Now they could still come back and win the series. I wouldn't be surprised, but they just felt fraudulent somehow. I don't know why. They've got a bunch of talent. They play fast. They can play slow. Got no big name superstars, but they got guys. They got guys on that team. Play good team ball, but I wasn't buying in. Glad I didn't, because it's not looking good. Yeah, Blue, I saw the X video you tagged me on. I've seen that one before. It's funny. No car is safe. That is 100% true. That is facts. That is facts. But yeah, that's what we had. That's what we had yesterday in the association. Wild ass games. Wild ass games. And guess what? We're going to do it again. We're going to do it again today. The Celtics are 10.5-point favorites over the Knicks. Sharp money on the Celtics in that one. 77% of the bets, though, are on the Knicks. What could go wrong? I think we just go back to the well because it cashed for us yesterday. I think we go back to the well. I told you guys I didn't feel good about the Cavs for the full game. I thought they would win the game, but I mean, covering a big number, I'm like, eh. But what did I tell you? What did I tell you? I said just take Cleveland first half -6. Are we paying a tax? Are we paying the juice on this? Yes, we are. But historically, teams cover this first half spread. I don't care if they're going to make it taxed. Okay. And then did I get nervous when I gave it out at -6 and bet it at -6 and it went to -5? No, of course not. Bet it again because guess what? Knicks won that damn thing by what? 10, 11? It didn't matter. They covered both numbers. They covered both numbers together. I mean, the Cavs did, not the Knicks. So the Celtics in the first half are 6.5-point favorites. Don't even sweat it. Don't even just bet it, forget it. Bet it, forget it. Knicks team total under 100.5 -110. Bet it, forget it. Bet it, forget it. Wake up in the morning, check your old betting account, see that there's a little bit more in there than you had before. I actually like this. If your book, I didn't even see this. I'm going to bet this one. I'm going to bet New York Knicks first quarter team total under 25.5 -120. I'm betting that. I'm going to bet New York Knicks first half under 51. And I'm going to bet New York Knicks for the game under 100.5. We're going to do that all right now, actually. This is the first time I've seen Bet Online finally have these up here. The Celtics are 4-point favorites in the first quarter. Oh, the disrespect. The disrespect. Done. I bet all those team total unders. I like that first quarter one. I know it's -120, paying a little bit more juice, but 25.5. Boston, if Boston's going to do what Boston's done all season in response to a loss, they are locking down the Knicks in the first quarter. This ain't going to be no run and gun shootout. And then the other game, I'm so excited for this game. I am so excited. I want to see how the Nuggets respond, not how the Thunder respond. Everyone wonder, what do you mean? The Nuggets won game one. It's time for the Thunder to step. No. I want to, because I saw what we saw in that game with the Thunder Nuggets game one. You saw Jokic care more than I think I've seen him care since they won the last title. He's on the sideline, he's coaching, he's yelling at his players as they're getting down 15. He's getting on their ass. And also, this dude is having to do everything out there. He's got to have at least 60 points, rebounds, and assists for them to even have a chance to win the game. They came all the way back. They played 7-game series. They haven't had much rest. Do they come out flat or do they come out fighting like the Pacers did all game? Fighting, clawing their way back to have a chance to win the game. Can the Nuggets come out and steal game 2 as well and go up 2-0 and shock the world? Because the Thunder are everyone's favorite to go to the finals, and hell, a lot of people's favorites to win the damn thing. Can they do it? That's what I want to see. Because if they can go in there and whoop their ass for game 2 as well, it's over. It's over. You might as well punch your tickets. Nuggets. If they go in there and whoop Thunder's ass in game 2, I'm telling you now, you start betting the Thunder to win the Western Conference, go to the finals. Because then Thunder ain't coming back from that. The Nuggets will win that series, and the Nuggets are going to beat up on the Timberwolves or the Warriors, especially if the Warriors don't have Steph Curry. Guarantee it. So this is a big game tonight. A big game tonight. As you can tell, they're 10.5-point dogs. No one's giving them a chance. They're 10.5, 11-point dogs. No one giving them a chance. They didn't give them a chance in game 1, and look what happened. Hell, a home team hasn't won in the second round these playoffs yet. So we'll see. Old skinny ass leg, Chet Holmgren. Gotta go up against those big old thick legs. And Jokic. You see that meme going around? That was funny. But sharp money on the Thunder, 90% of the money on the Nuggets. What could go wrong there, huh? What could go wrong there? What up, Alan? How we doing? Grass guy's riding with me. Let's go, grass guy. Let's go, baby. I like it. I like it. I'm hitting a groove right now in the betting. I'm getting. I haven't been betting as much as I normally do because I do all this, right? This stuff, and this stuff's fun, and I enjoy this because I won't bet if I'm not going to rush a bet, right? I don't get to spend as much time looking at things, drawing up some stuff because I'm more concerned with everything going on here. But I've been hitting a groove betting, as you guys saw by the tickets I posted yesterday, and I'm getting excited. I'm in the zone. Ooh, nice job, B. McCormick. $2.36 bet made him almost $30 with one of two cards played yesterday. Atta baby. The club's going up on a Tuesday. That's right. That is right. Let's see. Just checking my checking the timeline, make sure I didn't miss anything in the NBA. But yeah, that's what we got for that. I don't think I missed anything. No. Oh gosh, I won't have time for it today, but I gotta show you this video. Maybe tomorrow. Pirates fan got his ass whooped by an usher. He got belt to ass. Belt to ass. Oh, last thing I want to show you in the NBA. This was funny. This is another reason why I thought Anthony Edwards was going to step up. He has all the motivation in the world. Steve Kerr in 2020, before the drafts, said to Anthony Edwards that if we had the first pick, we wouldn't take you. So now he's got a whole series to prove him wrong. Talk about that. Talk about that motivation. And guess what? Steve Kerr was right last night. Anthony Edwards looked like shit. Man, that 2020 draft shaping to look pretty damn good. You got Anthony Edwards in that one. Tyrese Halliburton was in that one. We see what he's been doing, leading the Pacers 2-0 series lead over the Cavs. Good little squad there. Good. Blue says 12+ rebound. Oh, that's the other thing that we got to talk about in the NBA. What are Jokic's props? Because remember what I said. I don't know if Jokic is going to get all the points like he has been getting. He probably will. Let's see what Jokic's points are at, okay? Jokic's points are at 28.5. That's too much of a gamble for me, all right? Because there's games that they need him to score, and there's games, and usually the games that they need him to score, he scores a bunch and they lose. So his assists are at 8.5. I kind of like that. But the thing that I like the most, where are we at with this? Oh, baby, it's lower than I thought it would be. So we're getting good value here. I think Jokic, total over under his rebounds, 13.5. The over is -114. I'm not kidding you guys. I am betting this right now as we speak. I'm putting a good old four units on it because I'm very confident in this one. Jokic over 13.5 rebounds. That no one is out there stopping him. If you watch that first game, he gets everything he wants to get. He gets everything he wants to get in that game. I don't see that changing. The only reason why this bet, if it doesn't cash, the only reason why it doesn't cash, Jokic didn't want it, or injuries, of course. But Jokic didn't want it. I think he's getting him. That's my favorite play. That's my favorite play of the day for the NBA. Let's head over before the guys. We've got about 20 minutes before the guys get here. Well, let's run through this. I know you guys like hockey a lot, so let's run through the hockey scores real quick. The Hurricanes came in and defeat the Capitals in overtime, 2-1 victory. Get a road win there. They were they're favored. What are they? No, never mind. So they get a 2-1 victory over the Capitals. The Hurricanes, 33 shots on goals to the Capitals. What, like 13 or something like that? Capitals. That's not going to get it done. Not going to get it done. I have no idea Who's winning this series? I think you guys picked the Canes, didn't you? Pitches, hit the like button and follow. Gives the top 5 answers on Family Feud. All right. I like that one, Patriot. I like that one. Yeah, Hurricanes 2-1 victory there. They take a 1-0 series lead. Oilers come into Vegas, baby. Man, the Oilers have kind of turned. They started off the last series against the Kings looking like dog shit. They haven't lost since they went back to Edmonton. 1-4 straight. Now they come down to Vegas and beat the Golden Knights. The Golden Knights were up 2-0. Oilers had a nice little zigzag. What is it? Little back and forth tic-tac-toe style shot and goal to end the first period. Nothing in the second, and then the Oilers just dominate the third period. Get a 4-2 victory lead over VGK, which I'm stunned by. I know they haven't been around that long, but the Golden Knights have never lost a playoff game until last night, where they had a 2-0 lead when they were up by at least 2 goals. Gotta love the Knights in game 2, right, Blue? We gotta love the Knights in game 2. Phone's almost dead, man. Charge that shit. Come on, charging right now. Come on, charging right now. Shout out, Leslie. Thank you for reposting the video. That's true too. Give it a like and repost on Rumble. Let's get these videos reposted on there. I think that will help. I think that helps. Was it hurt? It hurts. It doesn't hurt at all. You just repost that thing on Rumble. Let's take advantage. Let's be the most reposted show on Rumble. Let's make that our goal. Let's make that our goal. And say something funny when you repost it. So like, or give me your bet of the day. How about that? Give me your bet of the day. So like we go here. Let me show you. So you hit this repost right here, right? And you got to tell the audience whatever. So I'm going to say Jokic over 13.5 rebounds. Play of the day. Look at that. And then repost. See? That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. I think you guys can do it. I think we'd be the most reposted show on Rumble today. I think we got it. And like the repost too. How about that? Is that in my feed now? Let me see. Or do we go to the... Where do you go to the reposted? Oh, there it is. There it is. I see it. Boom. There you go. There you go. Let me see. I think if I do it. No. There we go. I want to see something here as well. What if we do this? Interesting. Okay. Where were we at? Hockey. So that's what happened to hockey. We got the Panthers and the Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs win that series 1-0. We do not know about their goalie, though. I doubt he plays, but it is hockey. It is hockey. Rumble kind of my thing. I know stuff. Hey, we appreciate it. We appreciate it. Grass Guy reposted the video. Add a baby, Grass Guy. Add a baby. That's what I'm talking about. See, I get the notifications. I know when you guys do these things. And I appreciate it every single time. Just know this, whenever you guys like do any of that stuff in the middle of the day, repost, like, do all this stuff, and I get it puts a little smile on my face, you know. When I'm working, I look down, I go, oh, hey, that was nice of them. That was nice of them. Panthers, Maple Leafs. I think you gotta like the Panthers here. Road favorites, -140 in this one. Tie the series up. So we head back to Florida. Stars and Jets. This one's going to be interesting. This one's going to be interesting. Does Hallebuck play? You got to let him play, right? You got to let him play. Stars, Jets. So this is going to be a fun one. Dallas minus 125 row faded. The disrespect again. They were disrespecting Dallas when Dallas was home. And now I know the Jets have been playing terrible, at least in goalie, but like, are we showing too much respect to Dallas here? I mean, you got to be a little scared there with the Jets at plus money at home. Game 1. Just seems very disrespectful. Blue likes the Jets. That's what I'm talking about. All right. We'll see what happened in the world of baseball yesterday. Game 1, Nationals defeat the Guardians 10-9. This game was wild. Wild. Like I said, I bet him. Let's take a look at the box score. I timed this thing perfectly. So Washington came in and they were up 6-2. And we were going to the top of the 7th. So they're up 6-2. I came in and bought Cleveland at 11 cents. Cleveland puts up 6 runs. I cashed out early. Like once they tied it, once they put up 4 and tied it 6-6, I got out. I was like, I'm done. I'm good. Let's cash this thing. And they put up 2 more. Then I took a little bit of I had a massive payout on that one. And I just took a little bit. I think I took $55 and put it on Washington for the zigzag, right? And then Washington comes back and not only ties it, but then they take the lead. And I took my 55 and I cashed out when I got up to like 130. I was like, okay, I'm out. I double dipped. I got them both. I almost didn't do it because I always tell myself, hey, you got to take some of your profits and sprinkle it on the other side because it's baseball. Anything can happen. I almost forgot to do it, and I did it this time, and it worked out. I love it when a plan comes together. And then, Cleveland tried their damnedest to come back. I stayed away after this. They tried their damnedest to get it done in the 9th, but Nats get the 10-9 victory there. Blue said he did say the Nationals. That's right, Blue. Marlins stunned the Dodgers, man. Shout out to Ohtani, though, and Freddie Freeman hitting the home runs, cashing those for me. Oh, by the way, got an update for you. So Steph sent me that, how he makes the wheel is he takes those, he's got that site that has the analytics on it, the top, the best odds, not the top players to hit a home run that day, but it's the best, like, here's where the betting market's at, and here's where their actual odds are based off of this stuff today, and here's the best value. That's how you get some of those guys. Like we had a plus 700 yesterday that hit. I think it was Yanni Diaz. So he sent me the list of 30 of them. I bet them all. Except for the ones that were in the Guardians Nationals game because the second game odds weren't up for me, or props weren't up for me to do it. But I took them all. Now some didn't play, and one game got delayed, so it ended up being 23 of them. So I had 23 people in a home run. It went 5-18. Only 5 guys out of the 23 did it. But here's the kick. It broke dead ass even. It broke dead. Those 5, because of that one that was plus 700, those 5 earned a whopping 18 units. And I had 1 unit. I was counting $20 as 1 unit for this. And then I had 1 unit on each of those other 18 guys. It broke dead even. What a sweat. I didn't see that till this morning. I was keeping an eye on who was hitting home runs and what yesterday, and I knew we were getting close to even, that we were more than likely going to at bare minimum break even, might be even better. Could have had Cal Riley hit one last night, but clearly he didn't. But yeah, it was wild. Steps couldn't believe I was going to do that, and I was like, Steps, you know me, I'll do this. But the Marlins defeating the Dodgers, man, that kind of upset some people. Thanks, Grass Guy. Thank you. Rangers defeat the Red Sox 6-1. Phillies defeat the Rays 8-4. Yankees. This game was close for a little bit, and then they said, nope. Aaron Judge was on the home run list yesterday. It was only 2-1, but he got it done. He hit one for us. So there you go. 12-3 victory over there over the Padres. Guardians in game 2. The system play is back, baby. Whoever loses game 1, you take them in game 2. And the Guardians it was never a doubt. 9-1 victory there. I didn't bet it because the system hasn't been doing its thing. Maybe it's alive again. Maybe it's alive. Braves! Look at that. The Braves with the comeback victory there in extras. They were almost dead to rights. But they get the victory there, 2-1 victory over the Reds, but I don't think my guys hit home runs for me. They sure did not. Jeez. Oh well. Braves get the victory there. Twinkies defeat the Orioles 9-1. Orioles defeat the White Sox. Oh, White Sox suck. Keep sucking, White Sox. 4-3 victory there for the Royals. Brewers defeat the Astros 4-3. Giants, Cubbies. This is the game too. I took the Cubbies when they were down going in the ninth. The Cubs were down 5-3 going in the bottom ninth. I took them, and that was this ticket here. Where's it at? No, not that one. Not that one. Where are you at, Cubbies? That was this one. I took them when they were down 2 runs in the bottom of the ninth. Once they tied it up, I didn't even wait to see if they were going to get that. They had a guy on third, 1 out, and all that in the bottom of the ninth. And I just cashed out. I said, nope, I don't care. And I'm glad I cashed out because look, they did not end up scoring that run. And no one scored in the 10th. And then the Giants put up 9 runs in the top of the 11th to get the 14-5 victory. Soul crushing, man. And to catch the over. My 2 unders were live bet. Lively, not the good. The bullpen and bats bailed him out. Okay. Voldy went over with ease. Yeah. Voldy pitched longer than I thought. I had him to go under his hits given up, I think, with steps on the underdog. I don't think he got there because he pitched longer than I thought he was going to pitch. You know? Cardinals 2-1 victory over the Pirates. Angels 8-3 victory over the Blue Jays. Diamondbacks defeat the Mets 5-1. Zach Gallen day is back, baby. Love to see it. Mariners, as slight underdogs, defeat the A's 5-3 there. Yeah, it wasn't Cal Riley that hit the home run. It was the freaking Julio Rodriguez. Julio. And the Tigers and Rockies game got postponed. I think they have a doubleheader today. I think they have a doubleheader for a makeup game. I kind of like that. I like that they do the little makeup. Let's just make it up the next day, right? Like, screw it. We're already here. We're just going to play 2 games a day. No, they don't. No, they don't. Huh. Well, they're dumb. They should. They absolutely should. I think we have time to run through these. The guys get here. I will stop. We will chat with them. Show the nerds some love. Thanks, Patriot. Thanks. I know. Listen, I know the play is strikeouts. I'm saying I liked him yesterday, especially if he's going to get strikeouts to some. I liked him not to give up hits, that many hits. I played both. I saw him with 7 in like the 6th inning. I'm like, oh, that guy's on fire. That guy's on fire. We got the Guardians and Nationals going at it again today after their doubleheader yesterday, and it's early start time. Maybe we go under. I think we go under. Right? Doesn't feel right. Early baseball, you go under. Guardians minus 130. Favorites there. Nationals plus 110. Astros and the Brewers. Astros minus 135. Favorites. Brewers plus 115. Sharp money on the Stros. Big money on the Brewers there with 42% of the bets, but 66% of the money on them. Play now. Yeah, let's say play now is better than late in the season. Yay. To force games in August and September when trying to make a run for the postseason. Yeah, and it's like, unless there's like already travel plans and whatnot, like, can't you just play the game in the morning and then play your regularly scheduled game in the afternoon and Be on your way. I don't know. Pirates, Cardinals minus 175. Home favorites, Pirates plus 150 on the comeback. 86% of the money is on the Cardinals in this one. Giants and Cubbies minus 140. I don't know, man. That was soul sucking, just crushing their heart. What the Giants did in extras to the Cubs yesterday. I don't know if I like the Cubs today, but we got the Cubs minus 140. Giants plus 122. Sharp money on the Cubs. Action Network expert taking the Cubs, and 55% of the money is on the Cubs. Mariners minus 155, road favorites. A's plus 130. Big money on the A's with 28% of the bets, but 40% of the money on it. Second game's been going. Let's see. Mets, Diamondbacks. Mets minus 125. Road favorites here. Diamondbacks plus 110. Home dog. Sharp money. Action Network expert taking the Diamondbacks in this one. 80% of the money back in the Mets today. Dodgers and the Marlins. Dodgers minus 225. Road favorites. Marlins plus 192. Sharp money there on the Dodgers, and 95% of the money on the Dodgers in this one. Ohtani's hit a home run in every single one of these games. I wonder if can he hit a home run to complete the series? I don't know. We'll see. Rangers, Reds. Oh, we got our first guy in here. Hold on. Let's pull this down. Good morning, Ben.
Good morning.
How we doing?
I'm doing good, sir. How you doing?
Not too bad. Hey, look at promise made, promise kept. Told you to bring you back.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, man. You know I love chopping it up with y'all, man. So when he told me that you guys wanted me back, I was like, yeah, they did it. Yeah, they kept their promise, because I was thinking about it after we won last year. I said, let's see. Let's see if they're gonna do it. Yeah, and y'all did it. So cool. Yeah, I'm here, man. I'm here.
Yeah, this is the first time we're gonna have someone from the other team on as well. We're gonna have Tenard on. So
this is the first time you're gonna have guests from opposite teams. This is the first time.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
When Julia approved that, I was like, these are the two guys I want. She's like, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, perfect. So how are we feeling?
All right. I feel good. I mean, blessing to make it, but since we're still a couple days out, you go through a million in your head, some good, some not so good, some, you don't know how you're going to respond. So, it's still that little, tension, before the match. But when it comes to actual Friday, I'll be calm. I'll be
fine. What's it like? Because you guys have come up short, not to rub salt in the wound, but short the last two seasons, right, in the finals?
Yeah, no, it's the truth. Not only have we come up short, we came up short in like, it's kind of like weird and eerie in the same way. I had to go to a sudden death match, and we lost 6-3 and 6-4
with your best
the sudden death matches.
Too. Yeah,
with our best guys, man. So yeah, it's we're trying to avoid that this time.
Are you guys? Is anyone talking about that, or is you just keeping it out of sight, out of mind?
No, we talked about it, because it's the elephant in the room. It's not like you want to go around it. It is what it is. Everybody knows that we've made it to 3 in a row, actually 4 in a row, and these last 2 we've lost in heartbreaking fashion, man. So no, we talked about it.
Okay, all right. How's everyone feeling though, guys? You guys feel like you're playing your best highlight right now?
I'm gonna say this. I don't know if you're gonna understand it, but it might not be the best, but it's the most cohesive. This is the most together we have played. Because sometimes you'll come in and you'll feel like you're playing great individually, but this is doubles. You got to play together,
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not on the same page, it's not gonna work. So I don't know if from an individual standpoint, I've definitely seen better highlights from all of us, but cohesively as a unit and play in our doubles teams, we're very, very together, very, very cohesive, man. We're communicating the best. We understand. We're executing the game plan. not to perfection, but damn near, which is, you're never gonna be, you ain't gonna bat 1,000 when you're trying to do when you're playing highlight, especially on the court we playing.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can, execute the game plan over 90%, you're doing well. So I think we're playing the most together, cohesive highlight that we have. Yeah, that's what I feel.
Do you like that it goes all doubles in the playoffs?
Personally, no. Because it wasn't always like that. They changed that probably maybe 3 or 4 seasons ago. I feel like it was our second championship that they switched it out from having a singles to all doubles. But I understand that it needs to be all doubles for the growth of the league. It has to be. But if I had my choice, yeah, there'd be some singles.
Okay. You like singles better than doubles, like personally? Because I know a lot of guys like the one-on-one aspect of just.
Yeah, I personally like singles because when we first started this way back in 2018, it was all singles for almost 2 years. The only thing we played with. Sorry, but I'm about to be parked in a little bit, so this sun is not gonna be blocking me. I'm sorry, but
it's okay. It's okay.
I gotta go pick one. Yeah, I gotta go pick my mom up. She I gotta go take her to a doctor's appointment, man. So I'm trying to be a good son.
I get it. I appreciate it. Hey, look who's here too. Good morning, Tenard.
Well, good morning, man.
How we doing?
I'm doing good, brother. How you doing?
Not too bad. Got you. This is the first time I got a player from each team on, so I'm excited. Thank you guys for joining.
No doubt.
Good morning,
how you feeling?
Good morning, Ben.
How you feeling heading into Friday?
How am I feeling? I'm feeling good. Just I'm sticking to my same routine. Train Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Get up, have my breakfast, sit by the pool, relax, talk to my son. Nothing changes on my end. It's just I know how big the game is. But it doesn't necessarily mean you have to change your routine.
Well, you guys have been. I asked Ben this too, but you guys have been the kind of the top dog all season long. Up there at least in first place or near it.
Uh-huh.
Do you feel like you guys are playing the best highlight right now? Your best highlight?
Well, I believe we play our best highlight the day we play, yes, but we can always have room for growth. Each team in its own right has a good chance to win. I just think we got a chance. We had a chance to figure it out sooner than later. Going into the draft, we were not the team to win. We were the underdog of the entire season until we got to a certain point that we were winning and we moved up the rankings.
Mm-hmm.
I believe we drafted very well, but we also drafted with a little bit of uncertainty because I didn't know Lou. Is that true? That's you making that noise, Ben?
Sorry, yeah, that's me sneezing. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, but I think your seatbelt making that noise too. It's like making a binging
noise. My bad. I guess y'all see I'm not a safe driver.
No, it's not about being safe. It's like it's binging. But to finish what I was saying, we went into the draft being underdogs. When we drafted, we were the underdogs, and then as the season went on, we moved up the rankings. And the job is not done yet. We still got to go out there and finish this last game. Even though the Renegades, are a proven team, they're 2-time champions. They could easily be 4-time champions. But we got to go out there and keep that losing streak on their end when it comes to this final game.
I was just looking at the matchup and the pairings, and Ben, how do you feel about you're out there if it goes to sudden death?
Well, let's just keep it 100, man. If we go to the sudden death match, we in trouble. That just is what it is. It was the same thing when we played the Devils. I can say this, because me and Tanal have a very, very similar background. That's why it's such a high level of respect for us. So we just keep the shit real. We are combined, I believe, 0-29 with our Division 4 and a Division 16. So it wasn't no secret who they were going to pick to put out there. And that's for a reason. So with me and a player who, we play pelota. So I have a player in front of me that doesn't play pelota. and he's going against someone in Ando Lalou on the Fireballs, who was over there in France, saucing people up in professional tournaments. So that's not going to be good for us. I'm always going to go out there and fight, but I'm also realistic. Just like when we played the Devils, that last match, when it was coming down to the wire, it wasn't a good feeling if you would have had to walk out there for that sudden death match. So that is a distinct advantage for the Fireballs, knowing that they can actually afford to, have a tiebreaker. We can't. That's just true.
Yeah,
That's just being real.
yeah. Ben made a very very honest and transparent point. Uh, the what being the top seed is works in our favor, and we lost our four with Ron. So we I said this in the interview when we won a couple weeks back. Being in first place works in our favor. It gives us the opportunity to dictate our chances to win. That's what I like what Scott did with this format. It goes 3-3. The best team gets to choose their sudden death. We know if we knew going into the last game this year, we had the Fireball. We needed the Devils to either tie or lose in order for us to control first place. The
Hmm.
Devils tying gave us a chance to solidify first place. If we would have been second place right now, or third, because if we lost, we would have been in trouble. Our team is good. Don't get me wrong, but we don't want another team dictating our chances to win when it comes to the sudden death.
I said
Uh,
that at the time. That last week of highlight, I said it's pretty much playoff highlight right here because you had the
yes,
Warriors fighting to get in, and then you
yes,
had
It
seeded.
was.
Yeah.
yes, yes, and
It
that's
was like
when
it was an extra week of playoff. Yeah, you're right.
And when you have
Yeah.
a good format, when you have a good program, when you got a balanced team through and through, as a program, as an organization, that's what you would want. You want your last games to get people to be in tune, to be engaged, to be a
Hmm.
game like that with the devil. I mean, with the Devils fighting for first, the Warriors fighting to get in the playoffs, and then you have also too the Chargers who were still hoping and praying that the Warriors will lay an egg, and they didn't because their one player, their best player to me, this season was Alex. And he decided to turn up to put his team in a position to get in the playoffs. So, this is the fun part about sports. This is the stuff that most players dream of. You put yourself in a position to go out there and finalize your season with a game like this. I feel like it's a match made in heaven, and I say that in a sarcastic way. You have the team that was the worst team the past 2 years in the
Hmm.
championship, and you have the team that's the best team the past four seasons in the championship. So, and you also too have two brothers that are going against each other, with Gorcheri being by far their best player and somewhat captain. And you have our player that who's our number one, but who's not really a number one, but he's a number one in the hearts of our owners and our management,
Hmm.
going against his brother, who I'm sure he wants to win and just have that look what I did without playing with you, because I know he loves playing with his brother, but this is the
Hmm.
best time to play against his brother and have a championship, and that's Arats, our team captain.
Rats and Leloup kind of, yeah, they people were kind of doubting them, at least from the betting markets I saw at the beginning of the season, and then they really proved everyone wrong all season long. They played well together. I see, looking at the schedule, Tenard, I see that you've got the first match.
Hmm.
Do you prefer that, or would you rather, or do you not care, or would you rather be like the second or third match?
I don't care. I like to start it off and I like to end it. Whatever Scott wants me to do.
Hmm.
If he, like last week he put us in the last game to solidify that last to win that in order to us to go to the championship. I like pressure. I like to be
Okay.
put on the spot, and I also like to set the tone going into the game too. So if I'm if I'm a tone setter for game one, you know we're not going to underestimate those guys. They can go out there and win 6 points, and then they can find a way to win another 6 points. We don't want to give them air when they know they have to start. You need fire to start. You need air to start a fire. We can't give them air to start a fire, because when you get Cherry going, and Ben, like I said, like Ben said, me and him are two competitive players. Ben is very capable of going out there to play with his front quarter with um what's your second?
Stan.
What's your Stan? Yeah, I couldn't say his name. With his sixth stand and get him to go out there and play at a high level. So I don't care. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't care. I just want to go out there.
What about you, Ben? Do you prefer to play first, or does it not matter to you?
I'm gonna be real with you. I would have preferred to be out there. I would prefer to because for some reason in the playoffs, I feel better by being in that first man, regardless of what really happens. I want to get out there. It's kind of like when you're playing ball, you get that first shot up, or if you're playing football, you take that first hit. I would have if it had been up to me, one of my teams would have been out there to pop it off. But it is what it is. You gotta do what what you gotta go out there and play with the order that Scott sets up. But yeah, I would have liked to have been the first man. That's why I was happy when we played the Devils that me and Gorcheri was the first match.
I can't remember if I asked you this. I think I did, but what's it like watching Gaucheri? There's times when he just takes it to the next level. I always say it's like that meme where you ever see that meme where the guy's playing video games and then he leans forward when it's
he leans forward. Yeah.
I go, you can see that with Gaucheri. Sometimes he touches his glasses, or like he won't be playing up to his level. Then he might lose a set. And then he's like, okay, it's time to play for real. And then he just dominates. What's it like? And can you tell when you're out there when he's about to get into it in the rhythm in the zone?
I mean, when we talk before the match, he always has two game plans. And one of them involves me, and then another one is basically just get the fuck out the way. So I know when it gets to a point, if we get down like 3-1 or 4-2, that pretty much all I'm gonna have to do is make sure I catch any of the lobs coming to the back. But if it's going to hit a rebote, or if it's coming hard and low, he's gonna snatch it, and he's gonna do his thing. And I know to just to pretty much stay out the way in those situations. But it's beautiful to see, man. Because when he gets to that mode, I've only really two people when he's playing like that can like match him. One of them not here no more in Oleron, because when him and Oleron they played a singles match, and I think that was the best highlight ever seen. And Zuleika, who's a player who doesn't play pelota, but when he's on point, he's a person that I've seen that has made Gaucheri play at that level. When Gaucheri's go into that Goku Super Saiyan mode, yeah, that's something else, man.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tenard, first of all, do you guys ever like going into this? Do you guys like playfully trash talk at all, or is it all business and serious?
Ben knows my personality. I'm a jack of all trades. I'm a professional. I'm also a shit talker. I'm also a sarcastic, player. They say I try to get in their heads. I'm just a competitor. So,
you're asshole. That's what. Man, I'm gonna cut him off. Let's be real. This man played defensive back in the NFL. Part of being a DB is getting in your opponent's head. This man's mental warfare is next level A1. He done made players cry in this team, man. So he is a seasoned mental warfare expert, and you cannot let this man fuck with you. If you do, and he takes blood, and he sees he's got you, he's not gonna have. One of the things I love about him
right there, right? You had to cut him off because he's trying it right there.
He's trying to with that bullshit. Let's just be real. One of the things I love about the man is you can see it. When he sees that blood and he sees he's got you, he's not going to let up. He is not going to. He is like a motherfucking lion on that. When they chasing that slow gazelle and they see, he stumbled, and he's gonna go at your neck. That's why you cannot give him. You can't let him know that he's getting to you. Because if he do, he's not going. Some people be like, okay, I know I'm gonna chill. He not one of those people. So all this what you see right now is actually his representative. This is not the real Tenard. I just hope that you understand that. Because behind closed doors in that locker room, listen, that man is a pit bull.
So he cut me off, and I would like to finish my.
I did. You can finish now because we know it's bullshit. Go ahead.
So basically, what he's saying is 90% true, but the 10% part is I know how to tone it down and pay the respects to the other players and the other teams when I lose gracefully. So it's
Well,
we're in the
you see
position
my face.
we're in the position that we throw a ball for a living. There's bigger issues out here that we can be facing, but we get a chance to go out there and put on a show. And when I'm putting on the show, it's like I'm acting. I want to go out there and give a great performance, but I also want to let the other player know that they trash, but in a respectful way.
You guys ever trash talk on the court?
Year one, yes. Our first year learning how to play highlight because we didn't know the etiquette of the sport. So yeah, there was a lot of shit talking, a lot of unsportsmanlike play and gestures. At this particular phase in our career, it's a subtle shit talk.
Yeah, like
It,
a playful kind of,
yeah, no, not. I won't say playful. Yeah, I'll say playful. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it'll be playful, but it's a way where, say, for instance, like Ben is having a terrible game, or I'm having a terrible game, and you'll hear the team outside saying, throw it outside, 2-all, 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 knowing that the person is already outside. Now, if that was Cherry outside, they won't throw a 2-all. If that was Doug outside or Zulenka, they won't throw a 2-all. So when your players, when you're certain players like myself and guys who are in a lower group are not having a good game, and we're still trying to figure out how to navigate through the jitters of 5-5, and you drop 3 serves already. Shit talking or subtle poking at the player, I think, is allowed, but not actually say, yeah, he sucks, throw it at him. No, you want to keep that area of respect still in the
okay.
game.
What do you think, Ben? Have you ever trash talk out there, or just
No, because I wasn't really a big. I still don't think I'm a big shit talker anyway. But he is right. The year one was when it was probably the most, and coincidentally, that was the worst highlight. That's when we was the least.
mm-hmm.
We had the least talented roster. Now, we have a lot of. I mean, the roster is majority bass now, and that is something that they have brought over with their culture, and that they don't really. That's not really a part of it. So we don't do it as much. But if we see somebody struggling, we will say, okay, yeah, go at him and basically make him prove that he's not as bad as he's playing in the moment. Whatever he's struggling in, whether it be missing rebotes, dropping passes, not being able to get the 2 walls, whatever it might be.
And Ben is normally a lot of shit talker. Ben argues a lot. That's one thing he does do, but I don't never hear him shit talk. Since day one, I don't think Ben ever shit talked on the court ever, unless I can say one game. It was against Ikeda, and it was a little friendly game, and Ikeda was talking shit about our year one guys, and Ben went out there and beat them.
So that wasn't shit talk. What it was is it was kind of like, hey, we serious about this. This is like, because year one, it was me, Tenard, and Anderson. We would literally practice on some days 4 hours. This is before and after a performance, because me, him, and Anna, we all were in that mode where we like, yo, we enjoy this, we respect it, and we want to get better at it. Some of the guys that got brought in, for whatever reason, they kind of like, I guess, thought that, we were disrespecting the sport. We wasn't,
As
serious
good
about
as
it, or
advertised. Yeah.
they just probably didn't feel that we didn't belong on the court with them. Let's just keep it real. And I remember, because I can say this not because me and the kid are more than cool, but in the moment he said something off the court about us all. And I'm like, no, I can play with you now. I may not have all the time, but I seen you play. I can play with you. And he said something. I said, okay, let's go. And we played, and I ended up beating out. Now he was still better than me. He still was better than me in the moment, but I wanted him to see. And again, like I said, me and Tanah, if it would have been Tanah would have been the same way. Me and him had that same background. That like, okay, if you gonna take me to a mode that you probably did. I don't think highlight players, traditional highlight players, understand that about people like Tanard, me, Cool, and that here in America, when you an athlete, if try you like that, you go to a different place mentally. And you may be able to do stuff that you can't normally do, but because this person has basically tested your heart, you got to show them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I guess when I say shit talk out there, I mean like the respectful kind, just like, hey, you nudge them, you get in their head a little bit, but not the like anything with ill intent or anything like that. But that's interesting. I mean, because every sport, everyone's different. Some things motivate people. Some people need it. Some people need to, like, hear that they're playing like shit or they're not doing well, even though they know it, like you said, in their mind mentally to get them to focus up and get to the next level. I mean, we see that a lot in basketball right now with the NBA playoffs. You can see it out there, those guys chirping at each other and whatnot. So
yeah.
Did you see Halliburton last night?
Oh, yeah, we talked about that. We talked about that earlier in the show. Yeah, man, that guy is ice in his veins.
And I love Halliburton. I love how they say he's overrated. Or whatever the hell they said, and that turned him on, and he was like, "Okay, that shows you." I love players like that, bro. That's one of my favorite players when I hit.
Yeah, we're seeing two different things. So like Halliburton, like that, he uses it as motivation, and then you've got Anthony Edwards, where Steve Kerr said if we had the number 1 pick, we wouldn't draft you back in 2020. You think that would motivate him, and he went out and played like ass yesterday. So it's like some players are able to take it and use it as fuel, and others not so much. Yeah. Well, guys, hey, good luck Friday. I'm excited. I'm gonna watch it. What do we got? What time is this at?
7 o'clock.
7 p.m.
Friday
Eastern.
over at the Magic City Casino in the 305 room.
Awesome. Yes, Friday. I'll be previewing that on the show too. But best of luck, guys. I'm excited to watch the match and watch you guys. I hope you both win your match. How about that?
Oh well,
I appreciate it.
I like that mutual thing you just said. But appreciate you having us on, man. We love the fact that you support us, support our brand, and
definitely do.
I'm sure you'll be seeing one of us after the championship. We just don't know who it's will be.
Absolutely. Well, you guys have a good rest of your day and good luck Friday. And like you said, I'll be seeing one of you afterwards.
Let's go Fireballs, baby.
Go Renegades. All right.
Later, guys. That was awesome. Great interview with those guys. I feel like I didn't ask the question right with the shit talk, but because to me, as you guys know, watching the show all this time, I like to, what did Cricket say? Be facetious. I like to nudge a little bit, I like to pound my chest, let you know, but I'll take it too. You can dish it right back. I'll take it. That's just me though. That's just how I am. I know everyone's not like that. Some people are all business, man. They got to be all business. I picture Gauchieri being all business, like, not much for small talk or silliness. Patriot says with the Pickens addition adding a win, they're going to be 11-6 now. Good luck with that, sir. Good luck. Anyways, I've got to wrap this up. We got a lot going on in the sports world, but I got to get to work. So I will type up and post those plays today. I went over a lot of plays already, but if I find anything else, I'll type them up and post them to you guys. Need to raid. I can't raid right now, Patriot, because that went a little longer than I thought. I do have to wrap things up here. But I appreciate you guys being here, and we'll appreciate everyone that reposts it, like the video, and repost. It really helps. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow morning, bright and early, 4:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. But until then, good luck, good gambling, and game on.